Hello? I gotta share on the Discord. Hello. Hello, Quicks. There we go. Hello, sore brains. It be moon. Hello. I don't know why I feel so sleepy right now. Anyone else tired this morning? Well, it's not morning anymore. It's afternoon now. It was morning a few minutes ago. All right, my defense. No, not Kingdom 24, Kingdom 25. I'm gonna give you the benefit of the doubt and say that was a typo. Hey, Sora. So I mean, like, that better been a typo. I wonder, Kingdom. Quicks. You're not allowed to say anything. You're not allowed to say anything. Also, I just want everyone to know I played a bullet game on chess.com right before this stream and I won. I want you all to be proud of me. I just want you to know I won. That's all I had on that comment. Hello. Metagaming. Perhaps you were awake at 2 a.m. Quicks, you're not supposed to tell them that. You're not supposed to tell them that. That's outrageous. Outrageous you told them that. I'll have you... I would say hung, but that seems dramatic. I'll have you tied upside in the town square. And I'll provide free tomatoes. Hey, Hardin. Hello. Here, let's go to the booth. Where is the booth? Found it. Never mind. I don't need help. Yo! We're not simplified today, because it's just me. I only simplify when there's friends around. There's no need for me to simplify. You can do this, Itby Moon. I believe in you. You can... you can do it! Yeah. We all believe in you. Hey, Rock. How's the PMD update going? Not great. I haven't done much, to be honest with you. I've planned a lot of things out, and my motivation's been shot through the floor. You did it! You did it, Moon! You did it! Let's go! You can spell! That sounded mean. Oh, you're talking about the Arcanepunk I was playing Peak. Yeah! Okay, so we're gonna be talking about a different world I have. The, Here, one moment. I need to, like, hide all my Discord stuff here. The intern will be providing his POV. So, because I don't want to leak, what my Discord looks like, you know? Well, we're gonna use the intern's Discord. Sorry, Itby Moon. Kingdom can't read. Bruh. You failed spelling. That's not good. But yeah, it's a Arcanepunk world. Does anyone know what an Arcanepunk means? Does, Cause I can explain it. I want to see if we're all on the same page. Man, why is the delay always so bad on this? I keep forgetting how to How to change the delay. How's the delay looking? Hello? Is it good? Is it instant? What is it looking like? Fantasy and cyberpunk. Steampunk plus magic? Yeah, pretty much. Yeah. Like Arcane. Yeah. Like Arcane. Arcane's a good example. I like to put on the record I came up with this setting before Arcane came out, so I'm original. Smiley face. Don't say I copied. It makes me very sad when people said I copied Arcane. I will wonder. Delay is YouTube delay. I'm like 15 seconds behind. Gosh dang it, YouTube. Gosh dang it. I'll march right into their corporate office with... And we'll set off a discharge. A PMD discharge in the middle of the office room. That'll show them. That'll show them. Now, I thought about putting a plan together on, like, presenting this stream. I was gonna make, like, a sticky note and make a sort of, like, guideline of what to talk about. And then I got distracted with college work, so that didn't happen. Blame the intern. He was supposed to get that done, but apparently the intern's too busy. I was like, anybody to say hi? Alright, take care, Rock. Too busy, the intern says he is. Too busy. Because he has a second internship. He's a traitor, I tell you. Setting off a blast seat in their office. I'll show him. Let's start with the map. A map's always nice to look at, huh? I need to go to the streaming booth. Why am I so small? Oh, wait, no, this is the Halo streaming booth. Let me grab this one. Let me make myself bigger. And then, where's the... We add source. Where is it? Window capture. Add source. There we go. Websites. Throw that down here. I did not have anything well prepared. I'm gonna be real with you. Flip Studio. There you are. Let's talk about the healthcare of this world. I don't want to scare Neek0 off from the stream just yet. Quicks. 50 screen. Bomb. Well, okay, I made myself too big. One moment. Aha! This is the Technocratic Republic of Auraria. This is a different setting. This is my... actually, this setting predates Monza, funnily enough. This setting is way older than Monza. But granted, the current state it is in is newer than Monza in that sense. Hi, map. You look cool. Thank you. The map does look cool. But by the way, I made these. I made these maps stamps. You can tell by the difference in quality. But they're mine, and I like them. Oh no. I don't have any other maps ready on standby. This is like the one map I had on standby. But yeah, this is Auraria. Technocratic Republic of Auraria. This predates Monza. It's an Arcanepunk setting. So, steampunk plus magic. So, like, get rid of the steam engine stuff, replace it with magic engine stuff. And it's a setting I've been working on for a long time. The current iteration of it is pretty new. Like, last year I began working on the new form of it. It used to be part of a roleplay server. The exact history, so this started off in a Minecraft roleplay server way back in 2016. And when that server died off, I don't know if anyone's ever heard of it. Probably not. Elysium roleplay. So that's where this whole settings began. And that's also where I began getting into story writing, like heavily into story writing. And then once that Minecraft server died off, I joined a Discord roleplay server I made with some friends from that server. And we called it Coalesce. And then from there, we transferred from Coalesce until there was a breakup in the group, and then it became Aviki. And so this map is from the Aviki era, which ended like last year. And so this is the most recent map. This comes from the Aviki era, but I'm entering a new era where I'm probably going to be redoing the map quite a bit. Yeah. So this setting began from Minecraft roleplay and made all the way to its current form, which by the way, I have wrote a few short stories within this settings. Um, I'm thinking, should I make a web novel? Should I make a web novel and start sharing those short stories on there? Like, you know those web novel accounts? I actually am working on a proper web novel. I've wrote 2 chapters so far. I'm trying to keep the chapters shorter than a traditional novel. Keep them like around 1,400 to 2,000 words per chapter. Which is not a lot, but I think that's better for the web novel format. You get me? But I always kept thinking I should make a web novel account once I have a full web novel ready. But I'm thinking instead maybe I'll just be posting short stories while I work on the web novel to the side. Make more work for the intern. You so right. Hi Evie. You so right. The intern don't work enough. The intern is getting lazy. I caught the intern getting 8 hours of sleep last night. You know how ridiculous that is? 8 hours of him just sleeping when he could be working. Pathetic. And so, but yeah, I think I might do that. I have to like add in socials and everything onto YouTube. So that'll be cool. That'll be cool. There is a capital. The city of Vearri is the capital of Vearri. I've been thinking, should I rename the city of Vearri? Because, okay, so the reason it's just called the city of Vearri, because way back in the Minecraft roleplay, it began as a townie. I don't know if you ever heard of the townie plugin on Minecraft, but essentially it's kind of similar to factions, except for the part where you can, like, take territory and stuff. It's like it's a peaceful factions version. It's a factions plugin, but nicer. And so, anyway, so in that server began as a city. You go to sleep for like months. I think intern should pick up the slack, really. Yeah, the intern really should pick up the slack. But like, so it began as a town, a small town that I called Auraria. And in that server, I built it up into a city-state. And of course, once the Minecraft roleplay server died, I expanded it into a proper continent. In fact, I think I have that old map. I can find it. You can see a real progression and how these maps look. This is a old map. And no, I chose to not judge it too harshly. Where is it? There it is. There it is. I found it. Yeah, created 5 years ago. This map is 5 years old. What the heck? Why won't it load? I got an error. Incarnate! Okay, well, here's a 4-year-old one, I guess. We'll try the 4 years old one. Chat, I can't see you right now, by the way, because Incarnate stole the show. I should have had this ready. I had some stuff ready. So we're going to be switching to Opera GX anyways in a moment. Not today sponsored. We're not sponsored. It would be cool, though. Where is... That's studio. Hi, chat. You can see yourself. Quick, tell your mother you're on TV. Focus up. All right, there we go. There we go. I have some tabs ready. I actually had some stuff ready on standby. I had somewhat of idea. Yeah, this is the second oldest map I have. The oldest one won't load properly for some reason. Like, this is what it used to look like. It was a lot more basic. But a lot of the general ideas still existed. Mom, I'm on TG! TV, it's okay. Hey, that only took 2 attempts, Moon. You're doing better. So, also, fun fact. So, the reason there's a town called Brinia is because of Minecraft. I forgot what the in-lore reason is. I can be real. I frankly can't remember what the in-lore reason for his name is. But back on the Minecraft server, very early on in the Minecraft server, there was a city called Brine City. It was a townie, and I joined it. This was before I had my own townie. So I joined it, and the idea was Herobrine roleplays. And that's where the name Brine came from. And I was really interested in a Herobrine roleplay in 6th and 7th grade. And so, as a homage, we have New Brinia. So it lives on Herobrine's canon. I'm just Herobrine's canon. It's not canon. There's also some old stuff I have together, and this stream is gonna be monetized, just not by me. Just not by me. So this is how old this is. 4 years ago, I made this PMV of a Warframe from a Warframe song. Hey, it's Vearri. Shut up, Rio. I'm sorry, that came off very rude. I had a joke in there and I forgot it halfway through the execution. It's haunted. There is some terraforming. Yeah, just a little bit of terraforming. Honestly, maybe I should have just had this on standby instead of Clip Studio. You can see all the different maps and the progression of it. This is the older one. That one's 4 years ago. This one's created 5 years ago, but I think it just dies upon trying to load. It's too frail. Man, can't even remember his own jokes. All right, Rio. Wait. It's alive! It lives! Yeah, this is the older area map. Hiking 24 maps. Okay. So, here, I turned the Spotify music off because this was a PMV I made of the setting at the time. Oh gosh, I forgot. Oh no. Okay. Well, the art was also made by me 4 years ago, so it's you know what? We don't need to watch it. You know, we don't need to watch it. You know, come to think about it, we don't need to watch. You can check it out if you like. It's on the channel. Just scroll down a little bit. There's a second one too, but you know, I'm looking at the art and I've changed my mind. I've changed my mind. I didn't think about it. Time to open another tab. So, yeah, and the reason I'm showing all this is because we're making some changes to the channel itself. So we're making changes on the channel. If you look in the live stream tab, you would notice the Halo streams gone. The casual gaming streams gone. They're still here, by the way. You can here, I can show here. View your channel. Don't go to YouTube Studios. You don't need that information. The Halo streams, they're gone. The casual gaming streams, they're gone. The only gaming streams that survive are the PMD ones, because they had decent views. I'm gonna be real, that's the only reason they survived this purge. Changes, that's scary. You can still find those streams, by the way, in the past live stream playlist. Where is it? Past live stream. Oh no. No. We don't need to go that back. We don't need to go that far back. Chill. We don't need to go that far back. But yeah, you can still find them on the playlist. Oh gosh, get me out of here. Get out of here. Oh man, like no, die. Yeah. This is a short story I've actually made within this universe. It's a little dark. I mean, if you don't mind war crimes, you can read it. I might, if I make that a web novel, I might put it up on there. It actually won a writing contest. I'm just showing off now. I'm being boastful. It won a writing contest in my college, specifically in my college. It didn't write any like big national contest, but I won in my college contest. Oh, I disabled donations because YouTube is making me go through pain and back to actually like receive the payment from them. So like any of the last donations from any of the last streams, I have not gotten. YouTube still has that money. Rip Halo streams. They're still there. And by the way, they will continue to be there. We're just gonna be moving locations. I gotta update all the stuff on the Twitch channel. But the gaming streams will live on in the Twitch channel. How do I channel? The old Twitch channel. And so it's gonna live on over here. We march on YouTube. Yeah. So there's like 43 bucks YouTube just will not hand over. Anyway, so yeah, this is the Twitch channel. And this is where this is gonna live on. There will also be gaming recaps, and do I have it linked on here? Or do I need a... I might have to pull it off on a second tab, because I don't want to accidentally leak information. There's just a plane going ahead right now. Have you guys... If you live near an airport, you know what I'm... You understand what I mean. Alright, here it is. This needs to all be updated still, but this is gonna become the gaming channel. I'm gonna have the intern run it. This is gonna be his little side project with everything else. Oh, alright. Well, alright, make sure to use that for your English lessons at B-Moon. Sorry, I'm sorry. I don't know what's come over me. I don't know what's come over me. I'm lashing out. I'm lashing out. The mention of money made me lash out. But yeah, this is gonna be where there'll be gaming videos. Don't expect to be super active. I mean, this channel's not super active to begin with, so I don't know what you're expecting. No! I actually went too far back. But I'm gonna be talking a lot about this setting. And it's gonna be a company on the I lost the channel. Let me view channel video. Okay, it comes back now. Okay, there's more fun money. Gotta have the intern make it worth their internship somehow. Exactly. There you are, chat. I lost you for a second, but I found you again. So, I mean, if you look at the channel banner, there's been some additions. There's been updates. Reason being is this is going to be covering now both monster lore, so Pokemon Mystery Dungeon monster lore. There's will be PMD stuff, but it's also going to start. I'm going to start making lore videos about my own original setting as well, and I think that's going to be pretty fun because there's so much for me to talk about. You don't understand. You don't understand how much there is to talk about. Shut up, Discord. So here, now I'm gonna transition to the intern's Discord. Stand by. Abby sided. Yep, Abby sided. Rio knows what's up. Rio knows what's up. Where is? How do I do this? How do I? How do? How do? Do how? Stand by, stand by, stand by, stand by. Summoning the intern. Summoning the intern. Intern help. Intern, do your job. Intern's not showing up properly. What did you do, intern? What did you do? I'm gonna munder him. That's Clip Studio. Actually, that's just the Dark Void. Aha! I'm so good at what I do. I had to do it. The intern failed me. The intern failed me for the last time. Actually, not for the last time. He'll fail me again, but... So, in this new iteration of our area, it is now in the realm of Avira, which is a completely original setting by me. So it's no longer roleplay. This setting has left the realm of roleplay. And so this is now the realm of Avira. By the way, I wrote down what the actual inspiration for the name was. The word Avi is derived from the Latin word, forgive me, Latin speakers, avum, meaning age or eternity. So, and then Vera, which is a phonetic addition to give the name a lyrical flow to it. And of course, I decided to add in some different meanings of how this world works. In the world's lore, Avira is a name bestowed by celestial dragons. There's a whole origin story about those guys. They're basically the creators of this world because I like dragons and no one else can stop me. Who were first awakened on the planet and sensed the cosmic magic flowing through it. The name carries profound meaning tied to the realm's origin and destiny. And so the in-universe meaning of Avira will be the eternal veil of life, breath of creation, harmony and eternity, different cultural meanings behind it, just for fun. And then for specifically for Auraria itself, Avira represents unity and resilience. And so further aligns with them wanting to blend tradition with technological advancements. So the fun thing about Auraria is, in this the realm of Avira is a completely fantasy setting. Think like not quite medieval fantasy, but sort of think of like magical societies where most people are magic users. Like almost everyone can use magic. There's elves, dwarves, your typical D&D races. And what's different about Auraria is Auraria itself are made up of humans, and humans in this world cannot use magic by the normal means. Well, specifically people in Auraria. And there's a whole lore reason of why Aurarians specifically can't use magic. But this group of people, they cannot use magic in a very magic fantasy world. So their answer to it was through the innovator known as Oral Chartis, and chased the idea of creating fake magic, artificial magic, to help stand up against these sort of archmages and powerful magic users that kind of dominated Auraria in this version of Auraria early in its life. So that's gonna be the fun part about that. Is and so there are humans that can use magic. I misremembered for a second there. There are humans that can use magic. Aurarians cannot. And there's a whole reason behind that. I wrote the lore for it. And so it's they really like pushing technology forward. Once they invented what was known as mana technology. And I'm getting ahead of myself. So yeah, that's the general world. I haven't wrote the full timeline of the ages in Avira. I'm gonna write ages kind of like I did for Monsa. Like in Monsa, I have the ages of Pharaoh and creation, age of Eternia, the age of darkness. I'm gonna do something similar here. I just gotta write it up. Also, you can tell how long I've been working on this. This is from December 23rd, 2024. So it's almost been a year since I wrote all this stuff. There hasn't been too much work done in terms of lore. There's been more focus on writing recently. Like I've been working on in the actual web novel. I have the pitch figured out for it. And sort of, yeah. I have different character profiles here for that web novel. And so anyway, so the origins of magic. This is the magic system. This is the mana tech and magic system of the world I made up here. So the origins of magic in the realm of Avira is called the Cosmic Veil, the birthplace of magic. The Cosmic Veil is an invisible force that flows through the universe, carrying pure mana across the stars. It weaves around celestial bodies like planets, stars, and black holes, bending and coiling in response to gravitational force. So it's kind of like this separate plane of its existence. The way light bends around gravity is very similar in that vein, where it can bend around. It can bend around gravitational pulls, so it responds to celestial bodies. The veil's not static; it's like a fluid, wave-like manner, creating streams of energy that subtly alter reality. So that's the all right. Take care of it, B Moon. And so that is the basic definition of where the magic is, what it is in this world. And then it's the Cosmic Veil arrive in Vearri. The Cosmic Veil passed through the realm of Vearri millennia ago and enveloped the planet in an aura of magical potential. And the interaction between the Veil and Vearri's unique environment resulted in the emergence of mana. And so the Cosmic Veil wraps around other planets, but Vearri is a very unique one because it is a planet with life in it. And so when life energy interacted with the Veil, the Cosmic Veil, that is where mana was made. That is how mana formed. And so mana's interaction with the Vearri is basically an essence of life. It is a driving force that helped life flourish on this planet specifically. So through Vearri's atmosphere, earth, and living beings, it really condensed itself into it. Energy became a catalyst for the creation of life, the foundation of all magical phenomenons. And so that is sort of where mana and magic wielding was born on this world. So the ley lines were formed with this. The Veil's energy pooled and concentrated into channels beneath the surface, forming ley lines. Vast streams of mana that crisscrosses Vearri. Think of it like rivers or roots of a tree. And then conferences, conflu. I can't say this word. Oh my gosh, I'm a writer. I can't say words. And mana wells. Okay, so where multiple ley lines intersect, ley line confluences form, acting as hotspots of immense magical power. And so over time, these confluences created mana wells, these reservoirs, these areas of extra potent energy, magical energy, that influence nearby ecosystems, and also is where it spawned magical creatures to begin with. This is where these mana wells are where the first creatures that can wield magic kind of formed. Yeah, I've been cooking this one for years. So the impact of the magic is as mana suffuse with the planet, interact with Vearri's natural elements, accelerating the evolution of life. Plants, animals, and even geological formations were imbued with magical properties. So like crystals, for example. And magical ecosystems, so mana infused flora, plants such as luminous vines, fire-resistant trees, and mana crystal blooms evolve near ley lines. So wherever these streams are going, you can, even though you can't see them, you can kind of start tracing where these ley lines are based on the magical potency of plants, because they're following that stream. It's pretty fun. And then there's the magical creatures, beings like elementals, mana-born animals. So, for example, there are fire elemental foxes. There are water elemental wolves that can, kind of similar to Suicune. There's some inspiration from Suicune, the way they can walk on water and sort of purify things as they go around. And there's also some inspiration from Final Fantasy XIV in terms of primals, to where there's some creatures that can be so overflowing with mana that they become sort of chaotic. It's kind of, if you play Legends ZA, it's kind of similar to Rogue Mega Evolution in that sense. I think that's a good way to explain it. The auroras, without, the evolution part. And so there's the auroras and phenomenons. The Veil's presence manifests visibly through events like mana auroras. So in this universe, when the auroras flare up, it becomes quite visible for a moment. It's like a light show. It's pretty fun. It's pretty. And these often herald changes of mana flows or cosmic activity, serving as omens or warnings. There's also something else I want to work on. I'm probably going to add it to this section. Is specifically sun flares and auroras, because auroras come from, why is Spotify like not playing? I need the music. So I've been thinking of an idea to where when there's a flare up from their sun, and I'm not sure what it's gonna look like their sun. I'm kind of torn between a red sun, maybe twin suns. I don't know. I'll form the solar system eventually, but whenever there's a solar flare, it'll interact with the veil, creating like an extra potent aurora, while also causing mutations, magical mutations in flora, and could also cause the different streams of ley lines to sort of drift and change positions. Taste the sun, yeah. But I might not do that. Who knows? It depends. As an idea I've been like tossing around. So there's some laws and limitations how it works. The veil's flow. Magic on Avira is not infinite. It relies on the continuous flow of cosmic veil. Disruption to the ley lines, such as over-harvesting mana or catastrophic events, can destabilize ecosystems and societies. So this part is important when it comes to this whole Arcanepunk part of the world. The more you draw on mana, the more you use it up, the less there is for the environment. And it's actually like a form of pollution, I guess you can say. It's the same thing as draining up water in the environment. And so, for example, in Auraria, there's these Manatech cities later in its lifespan. And these huge metropolis makes it almost important, or makes it impossible to cast magic there. Even for a magic user that's visiting there, they will feel something off, like almost a sickness that they're cut off from the mana they're used to, because it's all being used up by their machines. So that's one of the important rules of this universe. Ley line tensions, mana accumulate, pressures within ley lines are blocked or diverted, leading to phenomena such as mana storms or earthquakes. Mana storms are fun. They are quite violent, because they're usually a plethora of elemental energy as well. So you can expect fire rain when those mana storms activate. So, I mean, like, deal with that as you wish. The umbrella might not cut it. And earthquakes, everyone knows how earthquakes are. These tensions are both natural disasters and sources of opportunity for those who can harness their energy. So if there's a madman out there that wants to try to harness the kinetic energy forming from, let's say, a firestorm, a fire tornado, like some crazy pyromancer, he could theoretically do that and use it to amplify his own power. And then there's also the cultural reverence for magic. So obviously, oh wait, I skipped over mana crystals. Very important. Anti-fire umbrella, so true. Steel umbrella, that'll be so heavy though. So the mana crystals are solidified mana forms of mana crystals, prized for their ability to store and release magical energy. Overuse of mana crystals risk depleting leyline flow, requiring balance between innovation and preservation. Mana crystals basically capture a bit of that stream into a crystal, and can be used, and was traditionally used by mages to help amplify a spell or artificially refill their mana pools. But the way Auraria uses them in technology is almost like a battery. And so, for the cultural reverence of magic, early civilizations viewed the cosmic veil as a divine force, shaping their religions and rituals around its influence. Ley lines confluences became sites of worship, pilgrimage, or mystic experimentations. So a lot of those mana wells and stuff will have temples built around them. They'll have this sort of spiritual cleanliness they like to have around these areas. Technological integration. Modern societies on Avira have learned to channel mana through tools, constructs, mana reactors, creating a fusion of magic and technology. That's where the Arcanepunk stuff comes from. This blending called Mana Tech is vital to Auraria's identity and progress. Auraria is the only nation in this world that uses mana technology. They're kind of like the freaks of the world. They're messing with things they don't understand, which makes them the most interesting in the world. In my humble opinion. And so there's the ethical dilemmas of overuse of mana for industrial military purposes, sparks debates in this world over sustainability, the sanctity of magic, preservation factions throughout the world want the ley lines to be messed with as little as possible, and invaders push for greater exploitation to fuel progress. So it's like kind of like a clash of ideals, you know? Who are we if we don't break the laws of the world? Exactly, Sora! You get it! And so that's pretty much how the magic system here works. That's how magic works in this world. And then there's the Origins of Dragons. This is fun. If you like dragons, this is fun. I like dragons. Anyone else like dragons? So the Origins of Dragons in the realms of Avira. You know, I should have made like a slideshow. You know, that would have been cool. I made like a whole slideshow. I don't have a slideshow ready for you though. I have text. There's so much to talk about. You know, like, honestly, I can make a whole video about just the origins of magic, and then I can make a whole video about the origins of dragons, and then I can make a whole video about the draconic tongues, and I can make a whole video about mana technology. There's so much for me to work with. Rules are meant to be broken. Yes, dragons. So actually, you know, I think I'll go ahead and, like, come to the pause of the lore reading, because, like, I can make... All of these could be its own video, really. There's so much to talk about. There is so much. There's how the federal government in Auraria works. I have how its whole government works. This is how their federal government worked up. They're different... What different areas and houses are called. What are different things called. So there's provincial governments as well. Auraria is divided into provinces, and each province has its own sort of infrastructure on how it runs, and then each city has their own local government that has their own way to run, and different ways to where it classifies villages, towns, and cities, and as well as metropolis. Can be corrupted? Oh, absolutely. There's a whole legislative process as well. It's where I explain how they pass laws, what rights their citizens have, and how do they get citizenship. The general culture of Auraria and its population at the time of when it's pretty much the superpower. So pretty much at the time where a lot of stories take place within this world. Talking about the different continents it's part of. It's like a multi-continental empire, essentially. It has its homeland, Ambora. There's the Isles of Erica, Viridwin, Synthra, Ignizia. And there's so much to talk about. I have their populations figure out. How much of them are humans, elves, half-elves, kobolds, orcs, dwarves, gnomes, tieflings, halflings. There's the whole economics. I even wrote the economics. I wrote the taxation policies, how the taxes work, what the corporate tax is like, how the tariffs work, what's the Manatech licensing and usage fee, luxury and sin tax, in-kind tax, taxation for non-citizens, incentives for citizenship, safeguards, GDP, how it's all broken down. Their GDP, how much money they make, a conversion to change this fantasy currency into USD. I think it's down here, right? Actually, no, I don't have it right here. I have it elsewhere. But I have a whole conversion rate to translate Segols, which is like their currency, into US dollars. So I can actually tell you how much 24.3 billion Segols is in USD. But I don't think anyone's ready for a math lesson. There's still court systems. They have a sort of a tribunal system. Instead of a traditional judges, they don't really have judges. They just have juries and peers. There's conversion rates. Yeah, there's conversion rates. And then there's the Star Flame. The Star Flame is basically the head of government, the head of state and government. All his roles and things he has to do. Then there's the Grand Assembly describing the different processes. What is the nexus? What differences between the provinces? Because there's 4 forms of provinces. How they work and all that. There's the Council of Luminaries. Council of Luminaries is basically your technocracy. This is the technocracy part of Vearria, where it's composed of specialized field experts that are appointed by the tribunal system, as well as the Grand Assembly. Yeah. Candidates must demonstrate exceptional expertise and innovation in their field, supported by documented history of contributions to Vearria's progress. Nominated by pathfinders in the Grand Assembly or existing luminaries. Publicly vetted by the Grand Assembly and the Starflame's office to ensure transparency. Final appointment is approved by 2/3 majority vote of the Grand Assembly. That's how you become a luminary. Can I buy a plot in Vearria? Let's go! We started selling like digital plot like areas in the setting. That's funny. And then there's the Celestial Assembly. The Celestial Assembly is kind of a sort of an advisory part of the government. They don't really hold any voting power. In fact, they hold very little power at all in terms of the government. But it's more tradition because in Vearria's history, they worked a lot with dragons in the Draconic Forest. And so they kind of serve as an advisory role to the Vearrians. And there's a whole lore spiel about what the Celestial Dragons are, and what their relations with Vearria are, and how they contribute in the world. And of course, there's the Runicos Council. The Runicos Council is how Vearria's military works. How each legion is divided into, well, each Velox is basically their form of a legion. It's divided up. So this is how their military system works. And I don't have everything out here filled out yet. I don't have all the lore for each city's filled out yet. For each region. The calendar is filled out. It tastes like dirt, Evie. It tastes like dirt. There's the Glacia calendar. So I have the calendar figured out for how it works. Their festivals. I have how the religion works out. Faith of the Celestial Flame. This is for his religions. I don't have any songs written yet. And so there's quite a bit for me to go over. There's an area with even more lore, but it's in a private Discord server, so I don't really want to leak it, you know, without permission. But anyways, yeah, this is pretty much. There's a lot to talk about in this world. Are there any millionaires? Oh yeah, there's millionaires. We got millionaires. We got billionaires. Don't worry, it'll trickle down. It'll trickle down. Trust me, bro. Trust me, it'll trickle down. We got trickle down economics. But it's just kind of like a little entry into this world. And here, we'll switch back to the map now. How do I go back to the maps, please? I like to go back to the map if it would be alright. Why is this thing broken? Let's see if I can fix it. Broken. I broke it. No. Aha! I have it working again. Not the trickle down economics. And so, yeah, that's pretty much like the introduction into this world. Elon would be proud. And, yeah, it's gonna become a thing on the channel. We don't got trillionaires. We're not that cool. So yeah, this is gonna be part of the channel. There's gonna be lore videos coming out of this world, and it'll be taking a spot next to the monster lore. There's so much I haven't covered. Like, just so many videos I could make about this world. And it's a world I've genuinely been working on, and a world I have a lot of time in, a lot of investment in, and I think is pretty unique. I think it's a very unique world. That's, but I guess you can be the judge of that. But do we get 1 Lioners? No. Take him out of the channel. Take him out back. So yeah, that's pretty much what this Arcanepunk world is. And there's so many things to go over. There's so much to talk about. And I could talk about this for hours. I really could. If I really get going, I can talk about this for hours. But, can you make the Iranian flag an emoji so we can wave it in his honor? That's a good idea. That's a good idea. I'll do that. I'll do that. So yeah, that's pretty much everything I had planned. It's to pretty much be an introduction and sort of an announcement that this is going to become part of the content. In fact, if you look at the channel banner, you can already see some of the different artworks from Auraria incorporated in there. And those ones are made by me. I do the Aurarian artwork. Neek0 does the Pokemon. So, yeah, that's, I'm trying to think of anything else. Any questions? I'll leave the floor open to chat now. Any questions? I'll try to be, I'm not going to get too detailed on the questions, though. Or we're going to be here for hours and hours and hours. And hours. And hours. And hours. And hours. So yeah. Chat, any questions? Any... Is that healthcare? Is there a Bidoof boss fight? How many hours are in a day? Alright, okay. Okay. The quality of these questions, I've decided is the end of the stream. Is there a Bidoof boss fight? You can't just add right as Dialga's fight to the finish, please. Okay, okay, you can listen to the song! Give me better questions, Dad! You get a 401k plan, you're banned. Vearri's banned. Banned for chat. Moderators! Moderators, take him out back. Kill him. Kill him. Does this affect the toad population? Gosh dang it. Is there a god? There's no gods. Is there multiple? No. There might be gods. I don't know. Maybe I'll make gods. Nah, there's no gods. I lied. Perhaps fire hose. Thank you, Rio. What is the population? Let me grab that number for you. Let me get that for you. Is that the... I gotta find it. I'll find it. Stand by. Stand by. I think it's on Citizen some rights area. Oh, it's in the culture section. There is a total population of 18 million citizens and 9 million non-citizens. Yeah, there's guns. We got guns. There's no superheroes. There's magic guns. Yeah, there's magic guns. That a total population 27 million, by the way. I'm pretty much stalling until the song finishes. We're almost there. Is there police? Yeah, there's a police system. Actually, you know what? I should develop that a bit more. I should, like, describe exactly how their police system works. Do they have toilet paper or do they use their hands? Just kill Vearri for me, please. Just kill him. Oh, song's over. Song's over. That was the last question of the stream. Thank you, Vearri. Can we go there one day? If you have like a trans-dimensional portal, then no. Thank you, Rio. Thank you. All right. Take care. What was your favorite part of this world in general? Here, I'll ask this last one. My favorite part of this world in general is the mana technology. I think it's what makes this world really fun. Is like in the contrast of it between the rest of the realm, where there's like this ideal battle happening between technology and traditionalism. That's all for today, though. That's all for today. Goodbye. Take care.